What is up, guys, and welcome back to Games with Nix. How are you? We're going to be doing a little workshop today on streaming and content creation, whether you're doing a live stream or making videos, stuff like that. We're going to go over just about everything, and then I want to hear from you guys as well as little tips and tricks that you have. Feel free to join me in Discord if you can. I'm going to be in the streaming booth, voice channel in Discord in the Curse Gamers Discord. I'm going to have all audio set to show through stream so people can discuss and give their tips and everything. Holy cow. Anybody watching the stream can watch and listen. Cool. Let me just put out a few little announcements and then we'll get this thing going. Cool. Excuse my cough. I've had this forever. It always comes like the same time each year. I swear to God. Let me see if I can just keep this going. I want to get some people in here in voice first before we go ahead and get started. So if you are watching, go ahead and join up in voice in Discord. If you don't have the link, just type !Discord in chat. That'll give you the Discord. You have to go through some rules and roles to get into the voice channel that I'm in. Holy cow. My throat is really going off right now. I want to definitely get some of my guys. A few. What's I doing? Hey, I'm thinking of getting my team. Let's see. There's certain people, especially like my my pro team. I want to get them in here because I know some of them have fresh streams that they haven't even like done anything to. They don't know how to do anything. I would like to see them get in here and stuff like that. Just gonna copy that. And cool. I'm DMing a couple of people that I know really need or want to figure out that stuff. His Echo, I know he's interested. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through pretty much everything, starting with OBS on up through actually working through the streaming platforms like Twitch and Mixer. Then we can get into a little bit of video creation because I know there's some people that they're always asking questions like what video editor to use, blah 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 blah, all those sorts of things. And this is also going to be recorded, so they can always go back and watch it if they want as well. I'm going to just get my Discord up here so I can see who joins channel. My Discord overlay kind of died on me. It stopped working. So I can no longer see when people are in Discord with me, especially when I'm in game and stuff like that. Man, I hope I don't cough this much. All right, cool. So to get us started, I need some funny thing has happened with Streamlabs in the last like month or two. You can't You can't reduce size of Streamlabs OBS, the window. I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody else. Oh, thanks for the, was that a host? Thanks for the host, babe. You can't reduce size of the OBS. It's really weird. It has to like fill up the whole thing. I don't know if I did something wrong and clicked something wrong, but I can't find the setting to make it want to reduce anymore. The window reduction button doesn't reduce my actual window, which is dumb. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch Discord into the main channel just so I can know, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff in there. It's so hard for me to decide. Well, I'm gonna be switching my OBS into the mainstream anyways. Okay, so to get started, I have a special window for this. Let's go to my workshop window. Now this isn't anything fancy. I literally just threw this together just to show my display. You can see right now there is a browser up, and that's why you're seeing like a million versions of me going boom, 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 boom out into space. We're gonna reduce that, and I'm gonna bring my OBS down if it'll allow me to. If it will allow me to. Oh my gosh, I did not foresee this problem. Maybe I can. Let's see if I can change it to this window. Whoa, where'd that just go? Oh, it moved it down. It moved it down my taskbar. Shoot! This is so annoying. I can't move it out of this window. Okay, so maybe what I can do here is I can change my display capture. It will only show that one. Well, this is certainly going to mess up my thing. Maybe I'll do a window capture for this. Okay, so we'll do a window capture. Add source. And we'll do OBS. And Streamlabs OBS. Done. And it's not showing it. Is that like a privacy protection thing? What the hell, man? Come on. Come on, Streamlabs. Don't do this to me at the beginning. Alright, we need to delete this real quick. How am I going to do this? It won't show. OBS won't allow me to change windows. I think this is a set. I think I messed my OBS up because I can't reduce the size or anything like that. This is what I might be able to do. Let me go to my display settings. And we are going to see. Apply. And maybe just, why won't it? Okay. Oh, now this is all kooky. I'm not used to this. Okay, I need to. How about properties? What's up, Nix? I mean, Nix. Ara. We're trying to. Now we're troubleshooting because I'm trying to show my OBS, but my OBS seems to have locked itself in the one monitor. And I can't reduce the size and bring it over. So this is like creating an issue. Let's see. So we're trying to fix this. Okay. Let's see if we can. And the funny thing is, when I try to do a window capture of my OBS, it's all black. Okay, that's not gonna work. I can. This is what I can try to do. Send these displays, show only on 2. This is gonna mess up everything for me. Okay, so I got that. Now I have to. Oh no, I can't get to my taskbar now. Son of a gun. And I took off my Windows key because it messes up my gameplay. There we go. I found it. We're good. I might have disabled it though. We'll see. Oh my god, why is this key not fitting right? Sorry, I'm switching scenes while I'm trying to push this button in. Oh, it goes sideways. Whoops. There we go. Now I got it. All right. So let's go back to display settings. Hold on. Let me get back to the workshop video. All right. There we go. So back to display settings. Wow, troubleshooting the stream. All right. Now extend these displays. Keep changes. All right. I think I just fixed this. There we go. Okay. So that was a pain in the butt. All right. Saffron Moon, thanks for the follow. Oh, let me get here, I can show you something right off the bat right here. I'm gonna add a little alert box in here, add source, add that right there. Sorry, I didn't put the alert box in for this scene. Perfect. Okay, so let's start off. I put a little some notes up for me in the stream so I can kind of go in order. So the first thing when it comes to streaming is, one, you have to set up, you have to register an account with a streaming platform. But before you can even stream, what you have to have is an OBS. It's a program that you use to get your stream from here on your side to the streaming platform on that side, like Twitch or Mixer, Facebook, YouTube, anything like that. What I use, I've used a few different ones. I've used regular vanilla OBS. I've used Stream Elements. Let me, where am I, hold on. I need to get this, this multi-chat up real quick. Okay. Sorry. So that is my multi-chat, but I'm going to get it up here in this other window real quick so I can see that. All right. So just looking at this OBS right now, out of all those OBS, the one I've liked the most so far is Streamlabs OBS. And I'll tell you why, because so you start out with the basics. What multi-chat is that? It's for Mob Crush. I'm going to get to that. I'll show you what that's all about in just a minute. And so I can see like chat from, my different platforms all at the same time. The reason I use Streamlabs is with vanilla OBS, you have all the basics. Okay, there's not a lot of frills and stuff like that. It's the basic operating system of a OBS for streaming. Stream Elements adds a lot more stuff to it, but it's a browser-based streaming platform, which I don't like at all. I like having it be an independent program within my computer so I can control everything, and it's not browser based. I have a lot of issues when it comes to browser based things. Like, one, if I use a push to talk, a lot of times using push to talk in like a browser, it'll go back a page and stuff like that. And you're just going from like page to page instead of using like a program that everything is just like fluidly flowing from one place to the other. Streamlabs, I like that because it is a program. You're looking at it right now. I can see it in my stream, in my OBS. You can see a regular OBS wouldn't have all this stuff on the side. It wouldn't have a lot of the things that I have tied in here. It would just be vanilla. So with Streamlabs OBS, what I have is I have all these apps over here. So they have, here, I'm just going to go down the side on the left with buttons and stuff like that. So I have the editor, which I'm in right now. I can configure this in different ways. So the way I have it right now is I have my main like stream display as it's viewed to you right now. I have my chat on the right, because I can view all the chat of whatever platform I made my main right now. It's set to Mixer. But I can also log in with Twitch and have it be Twitch or what, you know, whatever, whatnot. Down below, we have a few boxes that are used for controls and to kind of monitor things. The way I like to set it up is I have scenes down here. So scenes are like what you're looking at right now. This is a complete scene, okay? If I change the scene to say, to my intermission, which is right here, then it goes to a whole complete other scene. So you're seeing a whole different scene right here. So that's what a scene is, okay? So again, if I was playing a game, normally streaming, and I went to say my in-game scene, it would go to this. And normally there'd be a game back there and I have different elements. It looks crazy right now with the OBS in the background. Here, let me just reduce that real quick so you can see what it looks like without the OBS in the way. Let me get that back up. I can't see what I'm doing. And then I have other scenes as well. Like I set up scenes to just record my screen. I'll put in elements or take away elements, whatever I'm trying to do. Usually when I'm going to record for a video I'm making, like say just I want straight gameplay, no frills, anything else in the video. I actually use my OBS to record my screen, so I can put in a desktop source and record the full display that's going on in here. I do now I'm doing a 24-hour stream, so I have when I'm offline I play like lo-fi music and stuff like that, and this is the scene for this, and it has different elements, and I can show you how I set up that as well. I have all cam. And this I actually set up for the Curse Esports team tournament. This one I set up as just a loop. This is probably going to be loud on your end. Of New World, to advertise New World when I'm offline and stuff like that. Strongest. So that just plays a media file. So it's a video that I strung together a bunch of different videos and edited it, and it just plays a file off my computer, and I filled up the screen with that, and that's what they'll see as it goes. So it's kind of like just static doing its thing while I'm offline. So with Streamlabs, what I can do is you see this little button down here that says new. I can press on this and I can set up the different ways my windows are configured, and I can add things in there as well. You can have a mini feed, so a smaller camera of your stream that's going on right now. Legacy events, editor display, an audio mixer, which I have in there over in the bottom right. A scene selector, which I have on the bottom left because I like to be able to see what scene I'm in. A source selector, which I put down here in the middle. And that shows me what individual sources within that scene, like say I have an alert box, I have a camera, that compiles all those different things right there. I have the stream preview, which is basically like my editor display here. It just shows a preview of the stream. A recording preview and a website. I don't know what the website is, so I'm not going to even comment on that. Let's go back to my editor. So below editor, we have, let me get through this whole window that we're in first. So that's what scenes are. Now my sources are all the individually running things within the scene. So like I showed, I added an alert box down there before. I have like the Curse logo over here, and you see as I click on each one, it highlights it. Now each one of these sources, you can adjust the size of the source to whatever you need. So you can move things around individually and kind of arrange your stream how you want it to look. Also, if you double click on them, it'll bring the settings for the source. So specific settings like this pulls up exactly where this file is located. You can click unload image when not showing. And if you right click on each individual source, it'll give you a whole range of options. Copy, select all, invert selection, transform, group, hide on stream, hide on recording, blah, blah, blah. The biggest ones that I use here is one, remove it if you're going to remove source, or you just click on it and press delete on your keyboard, or filters. Well, filters and properties. So properties would again bring up that screen again if you didn't double click, and then filters is going to bring up this. Now with this, there's this little plus sign in the left hand corner. You're going to click that and it's going to give you a range of filters to be able to work with. So there's a lot of things I have. There's a face mask plugin that I have, like that literally puts like a face over my face. I used it like once. It's kind of like, you know, using Snapchat and little face filters and stuff like that. Image mask blend, crop pad, which is a one that I use quite a bit. So if you see this box above me, that's actually coming from Photoshop. And what I did was I went down here to add a source. I added a window capture, and I selected that window capture to capture the Photoshop window. Then after I did that, I go to the crop pad, and then once that, you can rename the filter if you want. I don't. You click done, and then you can do a bunch of things here. So you could crop this image. Say I wanted to come crop it down from the top. I can do, you know, 20. Oh, that's not a lot. 200. Hold on. Let me do this so you can see the actual logo when I do this. So you can see it down here in the bottom right. So let's say 400. Now you can see that just cut the logo in half, and it cropped it down like above that. Obviously, I wouldn't want it to look that way, but if I wanted to trim off the edges and stuff like that, that's how I would crop the image or display capture or game capture or my camera or whatever I wanted to do. So let's look at the other filter types. Color correction. You can do a lot of like color editing to the things. You can also alt and drag the photo. Yes, alt and drag the photo. Scaling and aspect ratio, scroll, render delay, color key, apply lose, sharpen, which actually sharpen the image. These are all different like image, it's almost like effects, or it's filter, whatever. And chroma key, and I'll get to chroma key later on when we go over like if you're going to be using a green screen, or you can do a specific image and you can chroma key an image. So if I was to put a chroma key on this logo here, take a look at the logo. I'm going to add that key. Now you can either select one of these colors, like for a green screen, blue screen. I don't know who uses magenta, but apparently that's a thing. Or you can do custom. And what you do is click over here, and then you can select a specific color, and it will basically make that transparent. Next, if you make mine, I'll buy a hat. Make your what? I don't even know what I'm making. Am I making your stream? Putting together your OBS? Can't do that remotely. So then you have again, I'll go over all this stuff, but literally you can see that once I click this, say I did like a heavy green here, look, it erased my image almost completely except for the eyes, because most of my my logo is green. So you don't want to do that. Anyways, so you can also just remove that. You can click the minus screen, or you can click on that and just press delete. No, you can't. I'm wrong. Womp womp. So that is where the filters come in. go ahead and reduce the size right there. Other than that, I don't really mess with anything else because those are the main things you're going to want to edit when you're dealing with a lot of different sources within your scene. So just to show you again, like how you add a source to scene. Oh, let's like, no, I'm not going to make a new scene from the beginning. We'll just add sources because when you make a new scene, it just comes as a blank slate and then you add all your sources in. So if I want to add in a source, I click here. I click this plus mark right here above sources, and then it'll give you a list of options of sources that you can add. Now, these are the standard options. So you have like a browser source, a game capture, a window capture, video capture device, which is, you know, like your camera, audio capture, which is like your mic if you want to separate that out, that sort of thing. You can actually add a complete scene into a scene underneath the source. Media source will grab anything like a video file on your computer or anything like that. Image will grab any kind of image file and put that on, like that curse logo down there. Let's see, what are there's some big ones, some other big ones. That's pretty much it for that. Text is you can literally just add text into your stream. So you could type out like a title for your stream and what you're streaming or something like that. It's going to be static. It's not going to be like super fancy or anything. I think they might actually have for this some like scrolling options for text. I can't remember. I think they do. I don't really mess with that as much either because most of my graphics are complete images. But I did do some for the tournament. Now over here is widgets. So these are all your little things like my alert box, my chat box. If I want to add chat into the stream, there's a jar, which is like a little tip jar you can add in if that's some kind of option you want in your stream. A lot of people do that. Tip ticker, donation goals, event list, sponsor banner, media share, stream label. Media share will just send like share specific videos and stuff like that. Stream boss. These are all little widgets that you can add in. And that's done through, I believe my widgets are actually done through a browser. You would organize that all through the Streamlabs browser, and then it links to your OBS. Instant replay, blah, blah, blah. And then you get over here to apps. Now, apps are Streamlabs specific, what are you going to say, like private applications. So these are individual developers. You see these over at the corner. And the way you find those is you will go here. I will close this real quick and I'll just show you this. So if you go into Streamlabs App Store, they have all these individually developed apps that you can add to your stream. So like I have Mob Crush, and Ara was asking about that before. Mob Crush is a multi-streaming application. So with Mob Crush, what I can do, and I'll click over here on Mob Crush, is I can select all the different streaming platforms I want to stream to. So Mixer, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. It has all my accounts lined up. And then Mob Crush here is streaming to their own platform. I know you're listening. I was just mentioning the Mob Crush now since you were asking about it earlier. So that's that application. It's a multi-streaming application. They have things. What are some other ones? They have Pretzel Music Player, which a lot of streamers will use. It's really cool because it has a built-in like song request. But the only downside to Pretzel Music Player is the upside is it's all royalty-free music. The downside is, which means, you know, your audio won't get blocked if it's a recorded video or anything like that. Which when they do that, sometimes it blocks your audio and the game audio, and that kind of messes everything up. I haven't figured this out yet, and it makes me sad. But the good thing about Pretzel is, that's the good thing, is it's all royalty free. The downside to Pretzel is that it's only the music that they have in that application. So you can't like say listen to Jay-Z through Petzl Music Player and have somebody song request it, because it's just not in their library of songs that they have. But again, all the music is royalty free, because if you don't use royalty free music, your VODs are going to get muted and blocked. A lot of times they'll just block the music. But there's a lot of other applications. Monstercat is another music player. It's a pretty big one. Same kind of thing as your Petzl. They have like Better Goals, which messes with, that allows you to display different goals for like how many new viewers or followers I want to get, how many subscribers, all that sort of thing. Don't care. I want multi-chat. Lol, just kidding. Well, that's what Mob Crush is. I'll show you more in that a little bit later. Here, I'll just show you real quick, Ara. So in this, you'll enter all your information, save the broadcast info, click Display Unified Chat, and then that will bring in a window that looks like this. Now it pops up in this browser, and it basically, you can see all my different chats. So you have Mixer chat here, you have Crazy, and Twitch talking right there, and it'll show. Here, I'll scroll up because I have a lot of. No, I don't have a lot. There's something from YouTube. So that's what that looks like. Oh, forgetting which. My windows are all messed up now. I was used to one way. So yeah, those are all the, going back to sources, those are all the independently developed apps that I can add in there by having a Streamlabs like premium account or whatever, which I have. So that's how you'll add in all those sources. Now, every time you add in like a source, it has, a lot of them, not all of them, have their own audio mixer portion to them. So you can see right here, there are some basics, like you'll always have desktop audio, microphone, that sort of thing. It will come default every time you create a scene. But you can see I control my microphone down here. I can slide the how much volume is coming out of the stream right now. But with this bar, I can decibels is coming through. And if you click this little cogwheel over here, that opens up the settings. And I can do different filters. Like I have noise suppression on right now to block out a lot of background noise, which I also do with my mic as well. You can do gain, polarity, noise gate, compressor, limiter, expander, blah, 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 blah. I'm not a big audio person. I'm not someone to ask about a lot of those things. I just play with it until I find the right spot that I like. But that's how you'll adjust all those different things. The alert box I have muted right now, but I'm gonna unblock that. If you mute it, it's not gonna make any sounds. It's just gonna show the alert and stream. If you unmute it, you'll hear your little specific here, I'll show you sounds that you have set up for your alert box. So this is my alert box. I have different things set up. So all the ones that are set on, if somebody does one of these things, I'm going to get an alert in that alert box and in my stream. So say, let's take a new follow. I have, okay, so you can edit the actual image. You can edit the way it displays within the box. So I have mine, the letters that pop up, like the name of the follower, it pops up in the middle of the image right here. You can do it below the image or to the side of the image. I always do in the middle because the way my alert pops up, and I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to go to test widgets and click a follow.
You have been well trained,
Oh, I need to move that up a little bit.
They will be no match for you.
So you can see how that popped up right there. Here, I'll do it again just for repetition's sake. So we'll do that test follow again.
You have been well trained, my young apprentice.
So that games with Nix part, that's actually coming from the alert box. The whole image itself is an individual image that I have specifically for my stream. I freaking love you now. We need to talk about my team getting into okay. I need to see performance first, man. Anyways, don't get distracted. Don't get me distracted. Um, the image in the background with the animation that says, you know, new follower and the colors and everything else. That's an animated video I have. So every time that alert comes on, video, image, whatever you want to say, it runs that like GIF, okay, and then it overlays the name of the person that's triggering the alert over that image. So title message is, you can see it has these little squiggly brackets here with name. That's an actual code to tell the OBS, hey, when somebody clicks, insert that username from said platform into there. So that squiggly line, I forget what that's called. What's that called? Nice. That squiggly line with name is a code to take their username off that platform and put it right there where it's supposed to go. If you just get rid of that coding and just put a name there, it'll show that name every time. So don't do that. Just leave that command in there. You can change the font size, font weight, the colors of the font. So if you have like a black background, you can change all the font to white. If you have a white background, you can change all the font to black. Or like I chose a font that's more like of a light blue that goes with my alert box color theme. Now, if you go down here to media, this is where you can change out that image that displays with the alert. There are some default ones that come with like an alert box, like the general ones you've probably seen on a lot of people's screens with a little zombie running, and they're mostly like 2-bit game GIFs that run. And you can choose, they have those in the system. Or you can get one custom made or custom make one yourself and do what I did. And then you have the sound file. The sound file is going to be set to a default also. You can pick sounds that are default within the system. Or you can do what I did. I put like these Star Wars audio files in mine when it runs, so you can hear like the, we'll do subscription.
Why you stuck up half-witted, scruffy-looking nerd herder.
So that, you guys are hearing that, right? Because I unmuted it. So that, what I did is I went to a website. I was looking up specific audio files that I could download. I downloaded that audio clip of her saying that, and then I linked it to this sound file right here by browsing my computer files. And then you can adjust the volume down here if it's way too loud and overpowering the rest of your stream, or you can adjust it in the audio mixer down there as well. Okay, so that's how you would set up an alert box like that. And again, you have everything from donations and everything like that. So yeah, so if I didn't set it in there just loud, I can always adjust that volume right here on the bar right there. So yeah, so that's the mixer. Now let's go back through a lot of these different things in OBS that doesn't necessarily have to do with seeing your stream. Now, some people, they'll make this really small, make these boxes bigger, and it's more like a command center. I like to see what's streaming at the time, so that's why a lot of times when I'm streaming, you'll see me like looking up at my other monitor because I'm trying to make sure like everything's going good. It just looks funny that people are like, what are you looking at? Do you have a second monitor up there? What's going on? All right, so next we can go down into themes. Streamlabs has this area. It's a bunch of pre-made themes. Some are premium. You have to have Streamlabs Prime to be able to get them. But these are professionally made themes that you can basically use as yours. So if you don't have the money to pay somebody to make a custom one for you, you can always use these ones. They have some that require Prime and some that are free. And that you don't need to subscribe through Prime at all through. And it lists them all, most popular and stuff like that. If you click on one of these, like this is one that doesn't require Streamlabs Prime. These shows all the different elements that come with it. A starting screen. You get all these little like, bars with new subscriber, new donation, all that sort of thing to kind of piece together your stream how you like it. So that's what that is. They have their own bot as well, which is very useful. So a lot of people, I remember Stash earlier in his stream was talking about Nightbot. The bad thing about the way these used to be is you used to have like a separate program for your bot from the OBS and everything. So it's just like multiple programs you're running at the same time. The good thing is Streamlabs, they linked with, I forget what the bot was called before, but they linked with this guy. I actually talked to them at TwitchCon this last one or the time before. And this is when they had just joined and they're trying to implement I think it was the time before, CloudBot actually into the OBS. So now they join forces. CloudBot is an actual stream bot that is in your OBS, and you can control everything from like your mod tools to, this is the moderation within your stream, to modules like your chat alert and stuff like that. You can add them or take them out. Your commands. So if somebody types, you make a command, like say add a command, you type the command !, suck it, and then your response is yeah boy. Then when somebody goes into chat and they type into your chat !, suck it, it's gonna say, your bot's gonna say yeah boy in your chat. And you put reply in chat. Or you can reply and whisper. I don't ever do that. Or you can do specific permissions for those commands. So you can limit it to just subscribers, moderators, followers, whatever. So let's close that. I did not save it because I don't want that as a command in my stream. But you can toggle them on and off. You can delete them, edit them, all that sort of thing. But anytime they type this command over here on the left, they're going to get this response here in the middle. You can assign values to them, yeah, you can figure that out. Timers, these are automated chat blurbs that come out in your chat. So if I want to say, hey, hit the subscribe button and remind chat as I'm streaming, I can set one of those, add a timer in here, the name of the timer, that will display to the user or the follower on the other end. You put in your response what you wanted to say in chat, and then you set an interval. So the interval is however many minutes you want it to say it in your chat. So if I put 5, it's going to put every 5 minutes, it's going to put that little blurb in my chat to remind people to subscribe to my channel. Quotes, I never use quotes, don't really know what they are, sorry about that. Loyalty, Streamlabs, the chatbot, has its own built-in loyalty system. So you can see a lot of people in here. These are the amount of points they've gotten through Twitch. These are the hours that they have watched. So Lurks has watched 97 hours of my stream. Bloodluster has watched 1.17 hours of my stream, all that sort of thing. Store, loyalty store. I actually did have a store. I think they deleted my store or something like that. I don't know what's going on. But Streamlabs is real cool. You can make your own merchandise. You can make it purchasable through your stream and stuff like that. And you can do that all through the CloudBot. So you can go and design, put your own logo on t-shirts and everything like that, and sell it through your stream. So that's what the store, sorry, this is the loyalty store. This is what you use points for, but they do have a merch store as well. Polls, if you want to do, poll your audience. Betting, this has specifically to do with the point system as well. Giveaways, if you want a game code giveaway, or you want to give away a t-shirt or something like that, you can set up a giveaway, run it, it'll tell the people in stream to do this command now. The the giveaway has started, they all type that command in, and then after a certain amount of time, it'll stop, it'll close it, and then you can click this pick winner, and it'll pick randomly a winner out of the stream, and then display it in chat who won. User management, you can do things with specific users that are watching your stream. Importer, that's for importing specific things, so like the Nightbot. I had that installed, so it's asking if I want to import that. I don't. I'm stick with Chatbot. Name. So this is just to create a bot account for one of these platforms. So say I want my Streamlabs bot not to show up as Streamlabs bot within my chat. What I can do is create the bot account. I type it Nixbot, and that's what it'll display as through the bot. I already showed you the store and all the applications. That's what all these applications are over here on the side. I'm going to kind of fast forward through all this stuff. The dashboard, I'm going to have to drag this down from the other screen real quick. So this is the dashboard. And through the dashboard, go to dashboard. This is where you can find all your analytics, everything else. This is this stream so far. This is where you can adjust your alert box more as well. Close that. All the widgets. Okay, so here's the merch thing I was talking about. See, now they deleted all my whole store because I haven't used anything in it or had to sell anything in a while. But you can create your own products. It'll show your balance and everything else, your profit on what you've made. They have a charity thing. I don't know what that's about, so I'm not going to show that to you. A university just teaches you how to use it. And then a lot of this stuff is the same stuff that you can get through the actual OBS itself. So I'm not going to go into that too much because I'll just be repeating myself. Get that back into the other screen. Okay. So this is studio mode. Okay, we're not going to do stream because get help, log out, and then your settings. So settings I really do want to show you because this is where you're going to control what is going on. Why is my settings not working? Streamlabs is deciding to not work for me right now. Hold up. Where is? Huh? Oh. Forgot that got shifted. Huh. That really puts a damper in my whole thing. Because I really want to show you, that. I only did this just recently to me the other day. I was trying to adjust a filter on a thing while I was streaming. And it wasn't popping up, and I don't know why. I'll have to do a different one on settings altogether. You guys can ask me, but settings is where you're gonna adjust everything. You're gonna be able to add the stream key for the specific platform that you're streaming to. You're gonna be able to set all your like stream buffer, your bit rates. There's a lot of other information in there that's really crucial, and I'm sorry I can't show that to you right now because OBS is being weirdo. That's so annoying. Okay, so that's everything you need to know about OBS. Scene control. Okay, let's go into scene control. So there's different ways you can do it. One, you can do it manually by just going down here and clicking on each different scene and changing it. Or you can use something like an Elgato Stream Deck. I have an Elgato Stream Deck. It's like one of the original ones. I've had it for a while. I don't know if I'll try to get it up here on the camera. So this is what it looks like. It's basically an independent pad that has these buttons on here. This has their own individual display. So this is actually for my Spotify, and it actually shows the song that's playing right now on my Spotify when I'm playing it on the stream, along with the time that's gone past and the name of the song and the image of the album, which is pretty cool. And then these are all my individual scenes. When I press this button, these buttons will change. So watch, I'll go to lobby right now. That changes it to that. Go to my in-game. We'll go to my starting screen. So each time I press one of those buttons, it's like an easy command center for me to change the scenes that I am in at the time. Now they have a new thing where I can now control it. Let me see if I can find... Where's my Elgato? So this is the software that goes along with the Stream Deck. So normally it would look like this, and through Elgato I can go ahead and adjust what buttons go where. So if I want the start to be on this button, I can move it over there, and then it actually physically on my Stream Deck shows up at that button instead of the one it originally was at. Or I can move it back over there. I select which scenes. So these scenes are the actual scenes that are down there in my OBS. Sorry. That's the collection that I'm going out of right now. And then the scene right here is the actual scenes, and that will change right there. There's a lot of different items over here. I would have to do a whole stream just on all the different options you can do to set up your Stream Deck. But that's how I control like my scenes and switch scenes. Now, okay. So what I wanted to show you is now with Elgato, what they have is you go over here, and if I change it from Stream Deck 1 to Corsair G keys, I just happen to have a Corsair keyboard. And what happens is there's these, 6 keys that are on the side of my keyboard. It's like G1, G2 through G6. I can now assign those scenes to those specific buttons on my keyboard. Instead of going to my Stream Deck, I can now just hit the button on my keyboard and it'll switch scenes as well. So that's kind of cool also. And again, if you don't have that, you can just, there might be some hotkeys you can use like F0 and F2 and stuff like that to change scenes. I'm not sure. Maybe. I've never used it. Or you can just manually switch scenes when you need to switch scenes. But a Stream Deck definitely comes in handy so that you can keep your hands and keep from scrolling to different screens or whatever. Especially if you only have one monitor. Let's go to lights, camera, and audio. So, a lot of people, they like to run their cameras and their lighting and everything in different situations and different setups depending on what they like or what they can afford or what they have the know-how to do. Now, specifically for my camera, I have a Logitech, what is it? It's the really like good 1080p, like, it's like, God, I should have had a picture to show you. It's a really good camera. You could go even bigger, get like a real like SLR like video camera and set that up and get like 4K quality and stuff like that. But I get pretty good quality out of this camera. One day I'll go to that, but right now, you don't need to see all my flaws. And I have that set up. Some people put it down low, in front of their face, above their monitor, to the right, profile view, looking down at their keyboard. Whatever you want to do, you can do. You can set up multiple cameras. You can add those into the scene so that, one camera is looking at you playing, and then you have a camera over here that sees your keyboard and how you're moving your mouse. Whatever you want to do, you can add that in. And then lighting. Some people go with natural light. The only downfall of the natural light is when it gets darker in your room or anything like that, you're going to be harder to see. And that doesn't make for a good quality stream, especially if you're going to have a camera, like you want to display yourself, It's not, the camera's not there just to be a dark blob in your stream. It's supposed to be a good quality. People want to see you, all that sort of thing, So you can have a simple light above you, or you can do crazy lighting, or you can just do natural lighting, have your room light on, any sort of that thing, whatever you want to do. I actually have a lot of lighting. Titan, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? I need to have you set up my chatbot's really strict. You said shit and it blocked that. It's hard to do remote. I can show you how. Anyways, so if I can show you, I actually have new lighting coming. I'll just kind of describe what I have here. Actually, you know what I can do? Watch this. Let's go to video. So this is going to look really odd what I have going on right now. That's my camera. Okay. So this is a really rudimentary way of me showing you how I do this. Let me just go all the way to the front, flip this, oh, flip that. Oh, my ring light's gonna get in the way of it. So you can kind of see right there that, okay, it's like showing the green screen because I have the on the camera, I have a thing. All right, let me do that again. So you can see I have some big photo quality lights. I have a couple of ring lights, another one over the monitors. I have 2 LEDs on the ground that have mini stands on them. They aim up and they shine light on the green screen that I have to keep the green screen from showing up like in the camera. Now you can see all that light. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights going on right now, and I actually have more. I have one more. I have 2 LED strips on that are double-sided tape to the back of my chair, and when I connect those, it helps illuminate my green screen background back here to keep any shading from happening, like around where my chair blocks the light from coming in. But that's also what the lights on the ground are for as well. Oh, mainly just graphics? I mean, I don't make graphics. I have guys that can make graphics. So that's kind of what I run for lighting. I run a lot of lighting. It seems like a lot, but it doesn't look like a lot, right? I don't look super bright. But then again, I'm also adjusting some of the light settings within my OBS and stuff like that. I'm going to show you some of that stuff when I go to the green screen option. Any of the curse stuff? Oh, I'm actually, you know what? I'm already working on that, man. Cool. So let's move on to green screen. So you can do just a regular camera and have your messy bedroom in the background while you're streaming. You know, some of the biggest streamers don't even have a green screen. You know, they just set up their room to look nice, and then they show themselves and their background, what's going on in the background. That's cool. The reason I don't do it is I play a lot of games, and I want as much as the game to show as possible. Yes, I want to be on stream. I want you to be able to see me and see how I'm reacting and stuff like that. But you don't need to see all this part blocking the game. So that's why I go with the green screen. And with my green screen, this is how I have it set up. So all right here, you know what? I can actually show you this. Let's go to my face cam. Great. Now none of these are popping up for me. Properties. What is going on? Streamlabs. Come on, dude. Oh, this totally screws up my thing. Because I'd have to shut down my stream, close my OBS, and restart it to get this to show. Let's see if my filters will pop out. Nothing is popping out. What is going on right now? This is a bug I got just recently, and I don't know why it does this. Maybe if I... See, I can't even add a source or anything like that. Well, you know what I can do? I can move my screen a little bit out of the camera. Oh, you know, I can move my camera around so you can see the edge. So if I rotate my camera a little bit, this is the edge of my green screen right here. You can see I have like studio clips and stuff like that to hold my green screen flat against the background. The background that I have right here is actually like a room divider, you know, like the Japanese room dividers with the little, you know, white stuff and the thatch thingy. and then I have a muslin green fabric that goes over it, and I actually velcroed it to that room divider, so it's nice and tight against it. There's not a lot of wrinkles, and then I use the clips to make sure it holds tight on all the edges. So you can kind of see the background right there. It looks a little hazy because the way I have to adjust my lighting and my picture for the green screen. And then this would be just all green right here. It's just all a green fabric that's behind me. And then, yeah, I just have the camera right here, the ring light like I showed you. So the important thing to know about a green screen is that wrinkle factor and stuff like that, and lighting. If you don't have a lot of lighting, your green screen isn't going to work well. You really have to brighten up that that green fabric or material behind you, because if you don't, it's going to be really hard for you to eliminate everything behind you. Like if I don't do my chroma key just perfect with the lighting and everything else, you start to see some of the green screen showing up. Mine is really tricky because I am tattooed and I have green on my arms. I can make this all just like, see this? This is see-through right now. This green on my snake. But I can make this all disappear, and I can actually show this green right here, let this show, but actually make that green disappear. It's a lot of tricky stuff with the filters and stuff like that, and it doesn't make my color perfect, but I can actually do that. And with the chroma key, you have a lot of different things like similarity and the color temperature, softness, and all that sort of thing. And it takes a lot of playing around to get it just right so that this background disappears and everything behind you in stream shows up. Let's move on from that since I can't show you the filters, which kind of sucks. Before we go on, any of you guys have any questions like about OBS and streaming specifically? Like, are you having any issues like setting specific things up? This is so annoying. I can't get my thing to pop up. While I'm waiting for you guys' questions and stuff like that, I'm just going to show this. So with different platforms like Twitch, this is my dashboard for Twitch. It has all these things, shows how many viewers I have. Oh man, I don't have many viewers on Twitch right now. Okay. How many subscribers I have. I don't have a, I have a good amount, but not a lot. I'm not making a ton of money on Twitch. How long my session is running and stuff like that. And then if I go over here to Mixer, they have their own broadcast dashboard as well. This one doesn't show the stream. It's just where you can put in your stream title, the game you're, streaming or whatever you're streaming, your audience, so family friendly, 18 plus, language, all that sort of thing. Click save. You can allow your channel to be hosted, all that sort of thing. And then it has all your analytics over here and stuff like that. You can look at how much money you've made. I'm not going to show that. You can customize it, mess around with the moderation, all that sort of thing. So no questions? No questions. Nobody got in Discord with me. Man. Y'all are shy. What did she say? Well, that's a specific thing. Well, look at this. Oh, well, that's badass. I like it. Okay, sorry. Distracted. So yeah, I think that's a lot of the things you need to know about streaming. So we won't make this stream. It's already an hour long that we've been streaming, an hour and 13 minutes. Some of that started before I actually started talking. Video creation. Some people have asked me like what video editing software I use. I'm just gonna go ahead and close this now because we don't see this. No, we're not gonna save that. So what I use, man, I had this all set up nice, and just to do this, everything got messed up. All this is compiled now. I use a program called Wondershare Filmora. And I'll open this up for you. Oh, if you look at this upper left-hand side right here, Elgato now shows your scene selections for your G keys on your keyboard right here in the upper right. They have and I can move this around different spots. So I can see this while I'm streaming without looking to a different window and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. That's brand new. So you would create a new project or open a project. Obviously, if you're just getting it, you're going to create a new project. But I'm going to open up a previous project just so you can see kind of the things I mess with. Okay. Oh, a lot of my pathing. I just switched a lot of files to another hard drive, so a lot of my pathing is, the videos aren't here. So this is what I use. It's pretty simple. They have some premium options that you can pay to get. So like special effects, transitions, titles, audio, elements, such as like if I take this, it'll put an explosion in the video that's all transparent around it. So let's say I take this, I push play and starts running this video. I can take this, move this down here, put that explosion right there, and then watch when it gets to the explosion.
Require the strongest warriors.
Boom! An explosion over my video. So that's kind of like a cool little thing. They actually look kind of neat. But I'm going to go ahead and delete that out of there. And then there's a lot of other things that go into this. I just wanted to show you what program I use and kind of how it works so you can see. If I wanted to bring in more files, I would just click, let me get out of, go to media. You can see these different files. These all have a little caution because I did move those files. So the directory is not correct anymore. But I can go to file, import media files. And then I can go down through my file browser, go there, go to my videos, and I hate looking at it like this. Go to large icon so I can see actually what's in this video. And then I can add, you know, like say this in there, and that'll pop up right there. That's my access to the video. Or I can add an image or a sound file or anything like that. And all I have to do is just move it down here and add it into the stream. And if I want to crop it down, all I have to do is like right click on here, put split, and then I can select this and delete that part of the video, something like that. Let's undo that. You also can detach audio. So say you wanted to mess with the file separately or have it on a separate track. What I could do is right click on this, detach audio, and it'll move down to its own audio track down here. I can raise or lower the volume. I can right click on it to show the properties. I can do a fade in. So if I do a fade in, then it'll start from low and get louder. If it's, I put 6.7 seconds there. So for that 6.7 seconds, it's going to gradually raise the volume of that audio coming into it, or you can fade it out. Adjust the pitch if you want to make it sound like a chipmunk. Remove the background noise, which never works right for me. It always ends up sounding like I'm in a tin can. You can also adjust the decibels, the volume of the track, but like I said, you could do that individually on that as well. What did I just do? Edit, undo, edit, undo. Okay. We'll do edit, undo that one more time. Okay. So yeah, this is the program I use for editing. You can add in, like I said, titles and stuff like that. So this one is kind of cool. It's got a whole theme to it. If I wanted my opening scene to be Egypt themed, this is one that you can download through them. It has its own font and everything else and looks cool. Ends right there and you go into your scene. Swolcom, thanks for the follow, dude. They also have like this one, the Galaxy Pack. Which gets a little galaxy theme. And if you've looked at some of my videos, you've probably seen some of these like titles and stuff in there. Now you can adjust specific elements like this. So say I just wanted this font, I could actually, these are separate entities. So I could take this background video, move it off the screen by say, I can move it off the screen and just leave the font in there. And then I can change what the font says. I can adjust the the way it looks. I can adjust size, all that sort of thing. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so that's the video editing software I use. It's pretty easy to figure out in comparison to some other video editing softwares. I like it a lot. A lot of the premium options are something you do have to pay for, but it does come with a lot of stock options as well, and it can be useful for just, you know, editing your videos and stuff like that. You can add in basic titles and stuff like that with it as well. Cool. So yeah, that's the program I use, Filmora. No, I don't want to save the let's bring back up my OBS. So yeah, that's what I use. I am pretty much done. I've imparted most of my knowledge, except for the stuff that wouldn't work because the OBS was acting up a little bit. But if you guys have anything you want to input, that you want to teach other people, go ahead and do it. Nobody's in voice with me right now, so they can't talk up and talk about it. But what I'll do is go ahead. The stream is going to stay live. I'm going to go ahead and switch to my lo-fi music stream, and you guys can continue to talk in chat. I'll hang around and watch chat. If you have any questions, just ask in chat and I'll answer them. Or you can share some of your experiences in chat as well. Okay. Besides that, that's all I got. So let's switch back to my lobby screen. Just to tell you how I do that little like, oh, my transition's not working on that one because I have to readjust it. How that works is that transition, and I'll show you down here. Let's go back to that scene. I'll show you real quick. That is an actual, oh, I can't add it in because this stupid thing messed up. So it's an actual like video file, and I added it in as a source, and when I change scenes, it automatically opens that thing and it does the whole video production that it does, and it makes it look like I'm switching scenes. Like it's, what do you want to call it? I totally forgot the term. Transitioning. I was just saying transition scene. Duh. So yeah. So that's everything. This is same thing with my background back here. This is an animated image back here that loops. So it looks like it's live and moving, but what it is a video that loops over and over and over and over again in the background. And then my camera, I just adjust to kind of go in this how I want it to go. I like the way it looks like this, so I can go like put it right to the edge. To do this, you have to make it so it doesn't want to click to things. You do that in your settings, because snap to things. So you make it so it doesn't want to snap to, like, you know, borders and stuff like that. And then I could do it within the box, but I don't like that. So I always like make myself pop out of the box a little bit, make me look a little 3D. And then same thing with here. My chat bot is, this is the actual image in the background, and I just put my chat box source right in there, so it shows like that. I can bring that right up to the edge if I wanted, and everything else. So anyways, that is it. I'm gonna go to music. Feel free to chat and talk amongst each other or ask me questions. I'll answer it. Otherwise, that concludes my stream. Have a good one, guys. Thank you. Bye.
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk. I need your permission.